Yep.
God, Ray, you have a beautiful background. It looks fantastic.
It
Thanks.
does.
Meanwhile, I've got like tissues and all sorts of random crap.
Well, I like live in a dungeon, so it's like all dark behind me.
Okay.
Dungeon. Anyways, we're officially live. Hello, friends. Hello, everyone who's hopping on with us.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, hello.
I'm excited to get some reading done. I meant to clean today, and I thought, you know what? I'm looking forward to procrastinating by reading because it's still productive.
It is.
Okay, yeah, that's one way to look at it.
I'll still clean. I just, just pushing it back. I meant to do it yesterday, and then I kind of just looked at my boyfriend. I'm like, I don't feel like it today. He's like, let's just do it tomorrow. Great.
And how many times will you say, let's do it tomorrow?
It has to be done today, unfortunately. I'm putting my big girl panties on and doing it today. I kind of have to.
Fair.
I was going to say something I forgot. Have you started Children of Blood and Bone yet, Ray?
I have only read the first chapter.
Okay.
Do you like the first chapter? I haven't read it.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was interesting. Like a lot happened in the first chapter, so we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be okay. But the problem is that everyone hates the second book.
I've heard.
And you don't have a third one yet, I think.
No, she said it'll be coming out in, I think, 2023, she said. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to read the third one, depending on how bad the second one is.
I thought the second one came out like a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Dang.
Yeah.
2023. That is the most like painful thing is like books that have like the first one or two that came out like ages ago, and then you go on Goodreads and the release date for the third is like, or they don't even have one, or you Google it, it's like it was pushed back to 2023. It's like, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'd love to binge them all, but no.
Yeah, no. I mean, maybe do it. Well, Dasha, this probably won't be motivation for you. I was going to say before the adaptation comes out, whenever that is, but you don't watch things, so.
No, I'm sure. I did. Oh, that's right. It was there was an adaptation. I feel like a lot of books get bought for adaptations, but a lot of them don't like come into fruition.
Yeah, Children of Blood and Bone was originally like picked up for adaptation, I think before the first book even came out, and then that didn't work out. So then they ended up having like a bidding war, and Paramount won. So
I would love to see an adaptation. Didn't Raybearer get picked up?
Netflix, yeah.
It did, okay. Because I was thinking about that the other day. Like I was thinking about my favorite like young adult books, especially after our discussion about like the Shadow and Bone adaptation. I was like, Raybearer would be so visually stunning.
Yeah.
Like the way I imagined it, it's gonna make like if they get it right, it'd be so spectacular. I don't know much about the world of Children of Blood and Bone, so I don't know like how good it would work as an adaptation. So I look forward to hearing your thoughts.
Yeah, it's been compared to Avatar: The Last Airbender, so that gives you an idea.
Okay. In terms of the magic system, though, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I would trust your like your review on it.
Oh well, my review will be honest.
Absolutely, because like I've heard about it a lot, but like, it seems like BookTube's earlier Legendborn, where it's like I read diverse books, and this is a young adult fantasy that's diverse, so let's prop it up. That's what kind of Legendborn felt like. So like, is it actually good? Who knows?
Yep. We'll see. This is like, it's bigger than I thought it was.
How many pages is it?
It is. Oh,
Flipping. You just.
Jesus Christ! It is 531.
That's
Okay.
significant.
Yeah.
Isn't the second one bigger too?
Actually, I don't think so. I think the second one's smaller,
Okay.
which is interesting, but whatever. Let's see how it goes.
You already look so fed up with it.
I don't know. I no longer believe people when they say like, "Oh, this is really great." Like after Legendborn, I was like, "No, you guys are ridiculous. There's absolutely no way that this would ever be like a favorite book." I just don't see it. I don't see it, but that's just me.
Don't trust anyone anymore.
Nope.
All right, I think we should go ahead and get started with maybe a short sprint while people are coming in. What do you think?
Sounds good. Gives me time to find my phone.
I was gonna say, Robin, what are you gonna read then if you're not reading whatever your pick Criterion was?
I think I'm going to pick up Death Note.
Oh, right, you did say that.
Or I was like, maybe I'll just go ahead and get started on my April TBR, which I'm just going to try to like get through some arcs. And one of them is I'm not so into you. I'm so not.
Okay.
I know how much you love.
Oh yeah. So much that I DNF'd it.
What are your arcs for April?
So I have By the Book by Jasmine Guillory that comes out in the beginning of May. And then there are just like a couple of past arcs that I need to get to because they've been sitting on my shelf forever.
Yeah.
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 I don't remember the names of all of them, but they're mostly like I feel like a lot of them are romances.
Fair enough.
Like,
well, at least you can get through them somewhat. Like get through reading them and reviewing them somewhat quickly, probably.
Yeah.
That'll be good. I remember when I joined NetGalley, I requested things. So I'm like, well, I have like no previous reviews. Like, how would they know? And then I got a bunch of approvals, and my rating's at like 30% still. It's horrific. I stopped requesting because I was like, there's no way I have to catch up with all these now, and like it's not happening.
Yeah.
I think I read like 3 before the release date, and then the rest just kind of like piled up. And they're books I still have interest in.
Mhm.
Like I had Black Sun, and I didn't read it before the release date, and then it ended up being like favorite book of the year last year for me.
Did you or are you going to request the second book?
I pre-ordered it from my local indie bookstore. I was like, I might as well I know I'm gonna love it.
That's fair.
I still haven't even written the review for Black Sun.
You read that a while ago.
I've been meaning to, and it's funny because one of my goals for this year was to write a review for every book I read, and that's already gone down the drain.
Same.
It's never too late to start.
No, I know. I'm hoping to maybe catch up with them at some point, especially before school starts.
True.
Maybe go to the park and write some reviews in the summer. Catch up on those. All right, do we want to do 20 minutes to start?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay. Share my screen.
Hi there. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I can't click on it now. Oh, it's Naomi. Hi.
Hello.
Oh my god, I can't do this.
That's like my favorite part is like, wait, how do I share my screen again?
I've done this before.
There we go.
We did it.
Okay. There we go. Everyone can see it. if it loads.
Yep.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Happy reading, friends. All right. How do we do?
I got done about a chapter and a half, so I'm only on page 35 so far. But we just got a new point of view, so
Ooh. It's always exciting.
Nice. I got through about 20 pages. I forgot how much fun this was. I hadn't read it since like maybe October. It's a good time.
Which volume are you on?
that's what I was gonna ask.
I'm on volume 6.
Okay. So you're further than me.
Okay.
You're further than me. I only got through the first 2 of the Black Edition, which is the first 4 of the regular ones. So, because they're out of print, I think with supply chain issues, a lot of English translations of mangas are so hard to find right now.
Really?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. That's true.
It's unbelievable. It's been out of stock for like 6-7 months, as far as I've noticed. Like, it's been really hard to get.
Oh yeah, I got this huge bind up of all the volumes, like maybe 2 Christmases ago. I'm
You
not
could
even
kill
mad
someone
now.
with that.
I could. It's very heavy.
It looks like it. It
Nice.
looks like it.
What about you, Dasha? What did you read?
I decided to go with something easy to get back into, so I did Bone Shard Daughter. I got through a couple of chapters. I'm enjoying it a little bit less than the first time because I see the flaws in it
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of people were talking about. Like, the pacing is a little weird. It's kind of hard into at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I am such a sap for the animal companion in this book that, like, I don't care. I'll read through anything. We've got some more people joining.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hannah. Ooh, what's on your TBR for April?
Well, we're reading. Naomi set up the read along for Witcher. She's the one that organized it. So
Got
we're
it.
reading Blood of Elves together, which is going to be really fun. I know that much.
Got it.
Superstars.
Not 52 years.
Oh man. I had a question. Oh, Dasha. Are you, since you're not liking it as much this time around, are you still gonna continue the series?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I have the second book already, and I know that she just submitted the third book, so I'm assuming it might come out in like November, like the other 2 did. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and pick them up because, like, I really love like I said, like the characters, like the animal companion and his, I don't want to call him like master, but like his friend.
Yeah.
And the world is so special. Like, it's truly, I should show you the map of it. So it's a bunch of like islands, which doesn't look too crazy, but the islands migrate. Like, they have a migrational pattern, which is like one of the coolest things I've ever heard.
Okay.
And there's also that awesome trope of like there was a big advanced magical civilization that got destroyed, but they might be coming back to life because they're magic. And like, I'm so looking forward to it. So I still like it a lot.
Interesting. Oh, Robin, I also started The Wedding Date,
Okay.
and I've only read the first chapter, but yeah, I don't really have an opinion yet, but I don't know. I don't have high hopes.
So I liked The Wedding Date. Like it's cute.
Mhm.
Um, it's cute. Like I like the overall series because like it's not hard on the brain and it's like easy to get through. Some of them, I think, so the one I gave you was 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's 6 total so far, and some of them are much better than others.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I can tell you which ones to go ahead and skip.
At this point, I might just read 1 and 6 and call it a day.
That's fair. That's actually very fair.
Yeah.
But one gets better. You've only done like the first chapter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see.
I feel like that about um, romance series is like you don't have to read them in order, which is pretty nice.
I know you don't have to, and usually I would like do it anyway, but with this one, I'm just not really feeling it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And this one is like really loosely connected. They're all like loosely connected. Like
Yeah.
even when I read them in order, I was like, okay, who's the person from the previous book that I'm supposed to be remembering? Like I don't even remember. So
Yeah.
you're good.
All right. Well, we'll see how that goes.
How long would you ladies like to go for the next one? Should we do a long 45-minute one?
I'm with a 45.
Yeah, I'm down for the 45.
Sounds good. Oh, we got someone else.
Hey.
Hello.
Woohoo. DNF. Okay.
40% through in DNF. That's got to hurt a little bit.
Yeah. It's a lot of time invested.
Yes. All right. Let's set up. Just. There we go. God, I don't even know what I want to read this time for like a 45
Yeah,
minute.
what are you gonna do?
Sorry?
Yeah, I said, yeah, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm thinking of picking up the classic since I can go for a long chunk of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like that for continuity, so I'm gonna keep going with Bone Shard Daughter. I am sad. I would be too.
Yeah, same.
Aww.
All right, friends, we're gonna go for 45 minutes. Happy reading. right, that was a good one. How are we feeling?
It was good. I am on chapter 6 now.
Yeah, so far?
Yeah, it's still getting interesting. We got another point of view. And that I don't know, like the last scene was weird. Like this random person comes out of nowhere and just like fucks up the main character's plan, and I'm just like, what is happening?
Is it getting like intriguing? You getting some world building and like fun plot stuff?
It's getting intriguing. It's definitely not boring, so that's good. But we'll see.
Fair enough. What about you, Robin?
I got some good reading in. I was on TikTok a little bit. So
It happens to the best of us.
it does. I meant to like check one thing, and then I got sucked into like cleaning and organizing TikTok. So, and then I had to like go hunt down this thing that I saw, and I was like, I need this, and so
The dreaded wormhole when you're trying to read and then your brain wanders and it just kind of just goes downhill.
yeah.
What about you, Dasha? Are you still reading Bone Shard Daughter?
Yeah, I just kept going through it because I know that like it's pretty easy. Like it's a pretty easy read, so I just figured I could pound out like a couple hundred pages today. So since we started the sprints, I've got about 100 pages done.
That's
Nice.
It's weird because I'm like rereading it, so it's like I know exactly what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels weird to talk about it knowing like that I know everything. Ooh. All of us have now read the Poppy War, so
Yeah.
we're all just sitting here like, oh, like
Have fun with that one.
I remember I was watching Naomi live tweet like reading the Poppy War. She's like, it's so good. This is great. I'm loving this. I'm just sitting there like, I'm praying for you because I know where this is all going,
Yep.
and it's not pretty.
It's not, yeah, not at all. That's how I felt when Robin was reading it.
It's almost like I can't decide if it's more fun to like buddy read things together or when one or two of us have read something before and someone else is reading it, we're all just sitting there like just wondering like what they're gonna say. Like when Ray texted me that like Robin thinks this person's dead, lol. It's just like, oh my god.
I really did think they were dead.
It's so funny that you thought that though, because I felt like he wasn't, and I was like, no, I feel like something's gonna happen.
Well, I thought that they were dead because like everyone was dropping like flies. So I was like,
that's fair.
Number one rule of fantasy and thrillers: if the main character does not see the body with their own eyes, don't believe it. Don't trust it. Barely read. We got sidetracked too, I see.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I feel like that's used a lot, and apparently not well from what I've heard.
I'm gonna Google it because I actually don't know. Dang. You should be. Not in a bad way, but just like the whole series is a lot.
Yeah.
yeah. Like I think the whole time I was like reading the entire series, it was just like emotional damage.
Yep. When does Babel come out?
August?
Yeah, I know it comes out like in this half of the year.
Okay.
I think it's August. I'd pre-ordered it from Blackwell's because I like the UK cover better.
I'm tired. I don't know why I'm tired. I feel like maybe I should make some coffee.
I think you should make coffee.
That's always a good idea. I've had some tea for the sprints, which was really helpful. I'm looking up Yoruba religion because I actually I'm not familiar with it. And do you guys know which fantasies are inspired by it?
One that I recently read was Skin of the Sea. And Vina actually has a review of it on her blog where she links to a Goodreads review who is actually familiar with the religion and is like, it wasn't done well in this book.
I think I saw something about that on Twitter.
Yeah.
But you liked that.
I liked Skin of the Sea. Yeah, I did. Not necessarily for that part of it, but the concept in general.
Fair enough.
I feel like I read something else recently that has it too, and I can't remember what it is.
Fair enough. I'm guessing that's Babel.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're similar.
I don't know what the UK cover looks like.
I'm looking it up right now because I'm I don't know which one is which.
I never pay attention to covers, editions, and I'm just whatever book gets here the quickest.
That's me.
That's fair, except for Robin. You have to admit the US/Canadian covers for Robin Hobb's books are atrocious.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen those covers. I feel like everyone has the UK covers for that.
In chapters in Canada, the only covers for Robin Hobb are either the illustrated editions, the beautiful ones, but those are $50 a piece, and I'm not dealing with that. Or they're mass market paperback, and they have what's supposed to be, I think, Fitz on the cover, but he's white on those covers and really cringy, posing like this, and it's just not it. And in the books, he's not white. I don't know. It seems like a very dated cover that just doesn't reflect the actual books. It's terrible. I don't even know what the ones for her other series look like because I just saw that one mass market of Assassin's Apprentice, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. No, yeah, those are ugly.
Yeah.
Those are really ugly. Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, Children of Blood and Bone. Yeah, I haven't gotten that far, so.
Butcher the language. That is the worst thing. I felt that way reading Shadow and Bone and just Lee Bardugo's bastardized Russian. I was getting so angry.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how often it happens. What was it too? There was something else that was butchering. It was the Marissa Myers series. Oh God, what's the name of it?
Which
one? With Cinder.
Oh, Lunar Chronicles?
Yeah, apparently she also butchered I think it was Chinese and Japanese name patterns. I'm forgetting what the word is called for the way that names are ordered and how you're supposed to say it respectfully. She just completely butchered it.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
It always just takes you out of the story when that happens.
I just feel like if you're not going to do the research, don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard.
100%.
I got so sidetracked. I just saw the Waterstones edition for Babel, and I was like, I want this.
Do they still have it available for pre-order?
Probably not. And I'm upset because they had a special edition for Gallant.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to get it the next day. So I was getting paid the next day. And then it was gone. It was sold out. And it just hurt my heart.
Yeah, they can make up their own thing. Mm-hmm. There. Very good point, actually. You can literally do whatever you want.
You can just make shit up.
And instead you fucked up something that already exists.
I'm 100% on board with that because I'm tired of it. Ray, you look lost in thought.
I was gonna ask Robin, what did you end up rating that the V.E. Schwab book?
I gave it 4.5.
Okay, because I know that was like one of your anticipated reads.
Yeah. So it's really good. It's great for like spooky season.
Okay.
Um, but it's more like on the I guess it's a YA.
Yeah, I feel like everybody was confused about that because she
Mhm.
usually does one name for
Yeah.
different age categories.
Yeah. So it's definitely more YA, but it reads more like the slower, intentional pace of like Addie LaRue than it does like the faster actiony of like Vicious. If that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I've heard it described as like one of those books that are like adult, but that read like middle grade. Would you say
Yeah.
that's accurate?
Yeah.
Mm.
And I mean, I guess like I don't know what exactly makes it adult. There aren't like adult themes in it. Um, I
How old are the characters?
I think the main character is like it doesn't say, but she's definitely like preteen, maybe teen.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, interesting. Was there a reason for that, or just continuity?
I'm
I
gonna
would
guess
think that-
continuity, especially after the way The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue blew up.
Maybe. I've still only read Vicious and Vengeful.
God, I need to read Vengeful.
I
I
just
don't think you're gonna like it.
You don't think?
I don't think so.
I just picked it up.
Why publisher?
Oh, okay.
Should I just leave Vicious as a standalone?
I think you probably appreciate it more as a standalone because even I loved Vicious. I didn't like Vengeful as much, and I didn't like the ending.
Because I hate the idea of leaving a series like unfinished, but at the same time, I'm like,
Well, I think is she really writing a third one? I feel like she shouldn't.
I I feel like there shouldn't have been vengeful.
Yeah, no, Vengeful shouldn't have existed. Vicious was fine the way it was.
I enjoyed it. That was the best V.E. Schwab book that I've read.
I have to read A Darker Shade of Magic this year.
I'm so curious to see what you think. Oh my god.
Oh, right. We can buddy read it. It's on one of my 2022 series.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe
I
I'll
only, I only picked up like the first book in the series because I was like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. I was like, let me not get invested.
Oh no, I have all three and they're special edition, which I hope I like it now.
I hope so for you. 100%. I got all three of them used from Value Village, so I didn't feel too bad after DNFing the series.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I highly recommend Vicious, but Robin's like the V.E. Schwab expert over here.
Expert.
I think you've read the most by her.
And you enjoy her the most, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy her the most.
Because, Dasha, didn't you dislike Addie LaRue?
It was fine. I didn't feel particularly strongly about it either way. But you know what? Like, I'd never want to discourage anyone from trying it. It's a beloved book. Robin loves it.
I do.
We can trust Robin and her reviews. I'm just picky.
Can't we trust Robin?
Yes. I trust Robin.
Thank you. Me and like millions of other people can't possibly be wrong about Throne of Glass. I admit that it's trash writing. I admit that.
What is the Stardust Thief?
You know, I've seen this one going around. It seems interesting. It's on my want to read. There we go.
Never heard
What's
of
it
this.
about?
Have you seen this cover? It's like, I love the kind of classic fantasy look of it.
Oh,
I do not know her.
yeah.
something about artifacts, djinn, magical lamps. Do you need more? Because I
That's
didn't.
really interesting. I'm adding that to my.
It's first in a series.
Comes out in May. I mean, Orbit's publishing it, so you can trust that it's probably going to be good. There was another one that I thought I meant to message you both about it that I thought you both would like. It's coming out later this year. And now I'm not going to be able to. Oh, The First Binding by R.R. Verdi. You might have seen the cover going around on Twitter. Maybe.
Oh, I have seen the cover. I just never like looked into.
It's based in like South Asian mythology, which I want to read more of. So I'm really, really excited. And it's got like the shortest, most like intriguing synopsis. It's just like all legends are born of truth and just as much lies. And this is the story of how I let loose the first evil. And I'm like, I love it. I love
Wait, what's it called?
The first, hold on. Shoot, The First Binding.
Yeah, this
by R.R. Verdi. It's being published by Tor in August.
There it is.
You know what I totally forgot about? The David Bond trilogy short story thing came out this month.
Yes. Are you still planning on reading it?
Yeah, at some point.
Someone I like gave the short story collection like 4.5 stars.
That's good.
They really, really liked it. I haven't seen a lot of people read it, but
can't get worse than Empire of Gold. So,
The Ballad of, I am furiously Googling now.
I was this close to picking up City of Brass today.
Oh, really? Should.
Oh my god, I'd so want like live updates.
Yeah, and did you? Well, you probably. Well, actually, no. You could watch it because she didn't do spoilers. Steph.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I watched it. Like,
y'all, look at that cover for this. I love it. I love that. That is camp.
I'm gonna wait for y'all to read some of these, and I'll let you know.
You know what's funny? I can't remember if it was mentioned. I think it was mentioned in one of our previous live shows. Someone was reading Empire of Silence. I think it might have been Vita. I've been seeing it everywhere since. Everyone's talking about it now. Now I'm like, should I just throw away my entire TBR and read it? Because I want to. I want to be part of the Cool Kids Club. Everyone's reading it.
Does your TBR game have punishments?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe don't do that then.
I know. I just built. I was struggling to film it, but I just finished like filming and editing my TBR for April, and I was looking at it and I was like, do I really want to do this?
Oh, is it that bad?
It's not that it was bad. It's just I looked at it and I'm like, okay, the books are books I want to read. It's just like I am in a mood reading mood, but I like doing the TBR game. I mean, I'm glad I went down to 4 books a month, like instead of the 5, because now I have more room to mood read.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, yeah, I want to pick up friggin' like Crescent City. And I want to pick up just a bunch of like thick fantasies and nonfiction. I'm on a nonfiction kick after reading a couple of really good ones. And now I just want to abandon everything.
I can't wait for you guys to read Crescent City.
I'm so excited.
Read the City of Dusk first before I pick it up.
City. That's like sometimes I want to wait for reviews.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Because what did I think I'd pre-ordered, or I picked it up on like the day of release, A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik, and then everyone's reviews started coming out that like it wasn't even that good, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
No, thank you.
I just spent $35 friggin' on this book, and you're telling me it's not even that good.
This one sounds good though. Bone and Shadow Magic.
I like how I'm just adding all of these books like I don't already have.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Vina.
But like genuinely, thank you, because I'm so bad with new releases. This is great.
Oh yeah, no, me too. I am bad at releases, but then I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do what she said though. I'm gonna wait for somebody else to
Yes.
read it first.
Yeah. Oh, that's where I recognize the name. Tara Sim wrote the Scavenge the Stars, which is a YA County Monte Cristo retelling that I've heard was really good. Of all things.
Sting.
Did you finish it?
Anyways, it's been sitting on my Goodreads, like currently reading shelf for probably 2 years now.
At this point, just DNF it.
Let it go.
Wait, did you even finish The Count of Monte Cristo?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay, you did. Oh, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I want to finish it, theoretically.
Why?
I've just kind of lost. And you know what? Everyone says the middle drags. I think it's time to remove it. I know.
2 years?
Yeah.
That's too much.
Last time I picked it up was, oh my God, this is so shameful. Christmas of 2020.
Girl, no. You went a whole year without picking it up. Like, let it go.
Or is there an audiobook of it somewhere?
There's a few, yeah. And I'm thinking that might be the way to get back into it, because the middle is so freaking boring, but the beginning was so good.
That's what I do when I can't finish something. I get the audiobook and I just let the work be done for me.
Or if you want to bypass the middle, you can read chapter summaries of what happens in the middle and then pick it up somewhere else.
That's a good idea. I don't know. I feel like setting myself a really shitty punishment if I don't finish it by the end of the year because of how long I've been dragging. You know?
You should let Robin and I choose your punishment.
What could you do that's that bad?
We could think of something.
I was going to say the worst book I ever read, but you are interested in reading The Hobbit. I mean, in reading Lord of the Rings, so.
Wait, you hated it that much?
I hate that book. I fucking hate Tom Bombadil with
oh my God, that's hilarious.
And I know it's a classic. I know that everyone's oh, Tolkien, but it's basically 5'2" white men traveling through the woods. Going on an adventure. I hate it. I hate it so much.
See, I've never even watched the movies. I want to feel this camaraderie people feel around it.
Yeah, I don't care enough.
But I also, was it you, Robin, that told me that it's worth reading if you like exceptionally long walking scenes and singing all the time?
Yes. I love the movie. Well,
apparently the Candle and the Flame was on my want to read list. I don't even remember.
I was just looking it up.
Putting this thing on there.
That's a beautiful cover.
Yeah, I mean, let me know if it's good. Because it's at, when did I put this on here? A year ago. Okay.
So I've had Goodreads since 2013, and I thought about going back and looking at all the books I've added to my want to read shelf, from the very beginning, and see are these actually good books? Why did I even add them?
You should do that.
I've seen someone make a video going through their TBR and being I'm not interested anymore. You should do it on camera. I'd be really interested.
I have thought process. Want to read shelf. I have 3,000 books on my want to read shelf.
I thought I was bad.
I mean, I've had it for almost 10 years, so that's
yeah.
Okay, fair.
That makes sense. They walk and talk a lot instead of walking and singing.
This is fair.
I started having to separate my want to read on Goodreads into shelves of like genres that I want to read because otherwise I just lose it. I don't have 3,000. I'm not insane.
That's a good idea, though, to go through and see which ones still sound interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I have a habit of using it as just like I go to the store, I hear something or I see something interesting, and I just go and like take a photo of like the barcode and add it. But I
Yeah.
haven't gone back through them.
Yeah, but since I don't really use Goodreads anymore, if I like hear of something that I think I'm interested in, I'll put it on my wish list instead of my want to read on Goodreads.
That's smart. That's a smart way to do it.
Huh. Yeah, I might have to sort through that.
I think I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah, especially if you have 3,000 books on it.
Well, yeah.
Because like over 10 years, it doesn't sound as bad, but still kind of bad.
I'm also like
Listen.
thinking where I heard that in your lifetime you can only read about 7,000 books, and I started like crying because that I'm like, that doesn't seem like a lot. I don't read like 100 books a year. How am I supposed to even hit 7,000? Because I'm sure like the ones I have now, not everything I want to read. I don't have sequels on my Goodreads want to read.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
Mm.
Would we like to do one more sprint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long would we like to go for?
I'm fine with whatever.
Go ahead. What?
I said I'm fine with whatever.
Oh, I was going to say at least 30.
That'd be good for me.
Cool.
That would work. Let's just make sure everything works. There we go. Okay, we can see it. Yes, we can. Perfect.
Yay.
All right. Happy sprinting, friends. All right. How did that one feel? A little 30-minute sprint went by really fast.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
Hopefully we all got some good reading done. Ray needs a nap.
What?
Ray needs a nap.
I do. I'm so tired. I don't know why I didn't do anything today.
How is your book?
It is okay. Well, it's getting good. I'm on chapter 9 now, and it's essentially like magic has been gone from this world for 11 years, and they think something could bring it back. So that's
Okay.
so far, but yeah, it's getting
Intriguing.
interesting.
I'm like halfway through volume 6, so I can't tell you what's going on because we're right in the middle of this, but it's good.
That's good.
It's much different than the anime, though. I will say that. It's taking a different turn.
Is it still cat and mouse at that point?
Oh, it is. But now they're like, in the beginning, you're following like Elle and Light, and now you're like looking for somebody else.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if it's someone I've been introduced to.
What volume are you on?
I'm due to start 5 whenever I get my hands on the next couple of volumes.
I don't think you've met this person yet.
Darn. Thought I knew what you were talking about, but
Or maybe you have. Maybe you have, actually. I think you have.
Is it the big titty goth girlfriend?
No.
Oh, okay.
But Misa, she's interesting, isn't she?
Yeah, I don't know what to make of her, but I'm looking forward to getting to know her and her god.
I don't know that there's much to know about her. She's an actress with big tits. That's
That's it.
Do you need anything else?
That's her.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I got a little bit further in. It's an easy read, so I'm just still, chipping away at it. It's getting good now. Like I said, I wasn't like enjoying it as much as the first read, but I forgot that once you're like into it, you're very into it. I really need both of you to pick this up.
It's on my want to read. Somewhere in there.
I know it's not as hyped, but like it's so unique. Also, I was looking up fan art of the animal companion, and because he's described as a mix of like an otter with cat ears, but a tail, but also like webbed paws. And I was like, my brain can't imagine that. But I found fan art, and he is the cutest.
Okay, that makes more sense because I was like, I can understand the otter. I remember what they look like from working at but how is it on land and traveling?
Yeah. He's a sea creature.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a sea creature. He's just got like kind of longer legs, I guess. Yeah, because
that didn't make sense to me. I was like, their legs aren't that long.
No, but like he looks like a kitten at first because the character who he like bonds with, there's like an island that sinks and everyone's like escaping and he thinks it's a kitten, so he reaches and like plucks it from the water. And then he's like, wait a second, you have like horns and pointy ears, but you look like an otter. Like, what are you?
Definitely not a kitten.
And then he starts talking. So
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And it's the best.
I haven't read books with animal companions, so I mean, there's a companion in Children of Blood and Bone, but it doesn't talk.
What kind of animal is it?
It's sort of like a lion, but she has horns.
Okay.
So yeah, and she's, I mean, big enough for 3 people to ride on.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like the idea of animal companions. I also haven't read a lot of books with them though.
Yeah, I haven't. This would be the first, but I don't think she's gonna start. If she starts talking, I will be very surprised.
Could be a prompt for next round of Game of Tomes.
It could be.
Because the only other one I have read is the Farseer trilogy. Fitz acquires a long-term animal companion, but it's that one's a weird relationship.
What's the animal?
A wolf.
Oh, I like wolves.
Yeah. And like Fitz in this world, there's like 2 kinds of magic that involve communicating through the mind. And Fitz has a magic where he can communicate with animals, like he can soothe them and like talk to them and just like he can kind of like it's a 2-way street. He can kind of understand their thoughts. So like the wolf doesn't talk, but him and Fitz can communicate. And the wolf is like the wisest character I've ever read. It's really weird. Because you're like, how does Robin Hobb know what wolves are thinking? It doesn't make sense.
So,
but if anyone,
I've only read the first one. So, is like the animal in the other 2 books like more prominent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The Appa.
Yeah, I figured that, Vina. Appa from Avatar.
I figured that's the one. Is that the one that has the arrow on the forehead?
Uh-huh.
Look at me knowing things.
Yep.
Oh, he's cute. Oh. I really should watch Avatar.
Have you never watched it? Robin, you haven't either?
Yeah, I've never
Jesus
watched.
fucking Christ. I'm so disappointed in both of you.
Okay, well, to be fair, are you surprised that Dasha hasn't?
Okay, no. Yeah, that makes it worse for you.
Oh, wait.
I'm not sure I like this reputation I've gathered for myself as
It's your fault.
I know.
But Robin, what's your excuse?
To be fair, I am an old woman, okay? And so let me work more on this argument.
Right.
That wasn't going anywhere.
Acceptable.
I was going to be like, I was probably too old to like when it was popular to like really watch it.
You were not.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wait, let me see. I need to know when it was like, Nina, you're not helping.
Unacceptable. Now we have to have an Avatar watch party.
Oh.
Do it.
I think I've watched like an episode.
Did you think that was going to work in your favor? No.
2005.
Oh yeah, see, 2005. I was at the height of my college blackout era. Okay, I was. I was busy going to class and then going to parties and thankfully not ending up in the hospital.
I have such a hard time imagining you being a party animal.
Too, yeah.
It's a former life.
God.
You're always so like quiet and peaceful.
Yeah. It's because I spent all those years being loud and obnoxious.
Nope. Don't even talk about it. It doesn't exist.
God.
It doesn't exist. And it's funny because like M. Night Shyamalan is a genius. He's great. I met him. He was our commencement speaker a couple years ago. So I don't know what went wrong with that adaptation, but it just doesn't exist. That's why Netflix is redoing it.
2010 film.
I don't know. Dash it, don't.
I have to though.
Don't. It's not worth it. Just don't do it.
That is a terrible movie poster.
All of it was terrible. Literally all of it.
Oh, it's okay. It's got 3 seasons. It's not too bad.
It's not. Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not like a terrible time commitment.
Not at all.
What is it about it that everyone loves? Is it like the characters, or is it just like the world, like the whimsy of it?
The world and the characters.
Just everything.
I think both of you would like it.
I'm sure I would. I just never got around to it. Kind of the same way I was like never like a Percy Jackson kid.
Oh, I never got into Percy Jackson either.
Growing up. And like I tried, and like it's not bad. I read the first 2 books a couple years ago. Or last year.
I just don't care.
Yeah. I read the first book and I was like, oh, I'll continue. And then I was just like, maybe not.
So I always thought like Avatar was like a nostalgia thing too.
No, I mean like it's still good as an adult. Like I rewatched it when it was put on Netflix finally.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I should. I really should, but I should.
Both of you should.
Okay. We have a lot of things that we need to watch, apparently. We need to watch something stabby.
Good stabby movie.
And we clearly need to watch Avatar.
And I need to watch Shadow and Bone.
Yes, yes, you do. Still. Just catch up before season 2 is released. You have plenty of time.
I really do. And the only show that I watch now is coming to a close soon, so I will make some time for Shadow and Bone.
So you don't have any excuses?
I really don't.
Nope.
Yeah, I was never Twilight. I thought that was one of the worst books I've ever read in my life.
I mean, it absolutely is.
I've never read Twilight.
Good for you.
I saw half of the first movie and
it's not good.
It's not.
No. It's very cringy, actually.
But I just remember like I was a Harry Potter growing up for sure. I just remember like, everyone was freaking out about Twilight. And I read it and I was like, okay, maybe I don't read the greatest literature, but like Twilight's writing is objectively bad.
It's actually funny because I didn't want to read Twilight at first. My dad was like, hey, like everyone's freaking out over this new book. Do you want it? And I was like, no. And he was like, it has vampires and werewolves in it. And I was like, no. And then my cousin dragged me to see the movie. And for some reason, my little teenage brain was like, yeah, okay, I'll read it now.
No.
The only thing I think of when I hear Twilight now is the Bella, where the hell have you been, Luca?
Stop. Jesus Christ.
It's like unironically funny.
There's so many things from that series that just need to die.
Including the whole series. The massive freak out everyone had over Midnight Sun, I'm like, are we not over this?
Oh yeah, I don't get it. It's literally the same thing.
Just let it die.
Being in Edward's head isn't gonna make him less of a fucking creep.
I wish we would just let it.
Apparently she's gonna write more about Jacob and Renesmee.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that the one that he like claimed when she was in the
a newborn? Yes.
So many things. See, I never liked vampires.
Me neither. I don't care.
Period. It's
I
like
never,
not erotic. It's not hot.
yeah. And like I never watched like Vampire Diaries or any of those things either, so I just don't care.
Yeah.
No.
I will say I read certain dark things by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. That's vampires. I actively do not read vampire things, but that's actually good.
Doesn't that one have a cool setting, like kind of cyberpunky almost?
Kind of. It's like cyberpunkish Mexico City. So
You know, that setting alone is intriguing enough. I've never read Sylvia Moreno Garcia, but I've like there's a couple of her titles that caught my eye, but they always seem to border on the more like contemporary side.
yeah, I can see that.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. What?
Okay. So Bella and Bella wants to have sex with Edward, and he's like, no, not until we're married, blah, blah, blah. They get married, they go on their honeymoon, they have sex, he breaks the bed, and everyone was really freaking out over it. And I was just like, this is weird. But then, like, she also has like a bunch of bruises all over her, so then he doesn't want to touch her again, but it's too late because she's already been impregnated with his demon spawn. It's a hot mess.
Is breaking the bed really the weirdest thing in that series? Like,
No, but
why is this what we focused on?
it was like one of the things that teenage girls fixated on for some reason, and it's like that's not the goal. That is not what to look forward to.
I was about to say that. It just sounds like a bad time, if we're going to be honest.
Sound good at all.
First, it sounds like bad construction, and then it sounds like not a good situation.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no.
But of all the things in that series, like
He broke the bed. That was the one most talked about piece of that final book.
And now those people are reading romance and saying things are spicy when they're just like
when they're not,
so,
or not recognizing signs of abuse.
there it is.
Yeah.
It's a bully romance.
Oh,
why is that hot?
I don't like if people want to read dark romance, cool, but like some things, I'm just like, I'm confused. How did we get from here to here? Because it doesn't make any sense.
Oh my god, what did I read the other day that I was like, I hate that my eyes had to read this. Someone was talking about like tropes that they like in books.
That was also part of it. Like, you're not allowed to have sex until you're married.
Or you're gonna die. I saw someone listing like romance tropes, and then I saw like the pregnancy trope, and I'm like, we've gone too far.
No.
Or like pregnancy kink or something, and I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't like there are some people are like they like surprise or accidental pregnancy, whatever. But then there's like an author on TikTok who has books where like it's called like the forced pregnancy trope. And like people were coming after her, like, no, this is not okay. Like consent still matters. And like it was a hot mess. I just blocked the author because I was like, if she ever comes up on my For You page, it's gonna be a huge fucking problem. Do not get me started. Do not fucking get me started. Nope.
I'm not like, listen, none of this is kink shaming. Like people who read like the BTSM romances and there's like knife play and all sorts of stuff. You do you. At the end of the day, you gotta have consent, or else it's just it. Like, no, why would you even enjoy that if there's no? Then it's just a crime.
It's also just like with Cell, like this man literally has been threatening to murder her. And everybody's like, oh my God, he's so great. And I'm like, did we read the same book? Like, where, how How am I supposed to root for him? It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, first of all, Cell isn't even written to the description of Cell isn't even attractive. Nothing about it says like this guy is hot.
Described, I was just like some random white dude who's really fucking aggressive.
I also got very skinny, lanky,
Oh,
greasy black hair vibes.
So he's not even hot to be doing these things?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No. Nope.
Everything I have learned about that book has been against my will, and I just want to read it less and less.
Don't do it. Do not recommend.
Well, I watched your spoilery review because I'm like, I don't care anymore. I do not care. Arthurian legend is not my thing, and neither are abusive love interests.
Actually kind of hated the legend part. Like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a lot of good ones. Like, I remember there was the Guinevere deception that was going around, and everyone's like, this is kind of trash. And I'm like, seems like every Arthurian retelling is kind of trash. We should just leave it behind, maybe.
Probably.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not familiar enough with it, but like, tell a new story, maybe. Or tell stories we haven't heard before.
I'm starting to believe that we probably heard every story to ever exist because every time I turn around, someone is doing like an adaptation of something that's already been done or like a remix on something. It's like, are there no original ideas anymore?
At least when it comes to like Greek myths, fairy tales.
Oh yeah, so many.
Or like those kind of things. But I feel like there's so much interesting lore and mythology in like South Asia, Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
We get a lot of, I think it's like West African retellings, but you don't get a lot of like South or even North. I feel like there's a few Middle Eastern fairy tale retellings and stuff. But like, I feel like there's so much more. And Latin America, there's like no South American retellings.
Yeah.
The only one I've read was Black Sun, and then I saw another one, but it was by an author who's like, it was just like some random white woman. I'm like, I think I'm gonna try to at least look for some by South American authors.
Yeah.
But they're not hyped. Instead, it's another fucking Beauty and the Beast retelling and Hades and Persephone, and I'm over it.
The amount of times that people have gotten hype because something was pitched as Hades and Persephone, and I never learned Greek mythology, so I'm just like, I don't know what that means, and I don't really care.
It's not even that good of a romance, in my opinion. He takes her to the underworld, and she kind of runs the show and gets let out once a season, I think, or something. It's just like most Greek stories, it's females being coerced into things.
Great.
That's how a lot of them go.
Cool.
I don't understand, because there's a lot of them, eh? There's especially on TikTok. There's like the was it Touch of Darkness? I think.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another one.
The Katie Robert one. Neon Gods.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. It seems like there's a lot. I think the only one that people agree is like good is Lore Olympus, which got published in like book form recently. Were either of you two interested in it?
Nope. No. Not even a little bit.
Fair enough. I just heard so much about it, and I was almost like, oh man, maybe I should. Everyone's talking about it. No. I wonder if I could get you interested in Greek mythology, Ray.
Probably not.
I don't even get a chance.
You should at least like read one. Like, Dasha, what would you like if you had to suggest one?
Oh.
And then Ray should read it.
No. Are you gonna pick Madeline Miller?
I would. Like, Circe is actually a like dang good book. It's very much of like a character study with like set within the Greek world, but it's not about, I don't know, to me it captured all the magic of Greek myths, which is that kind of grand, like timeless feeling that you get when you think about it. Like these stories have lasted so long, the gods are ageless, it's very epic. But the story is still kind of focused on Cersei and a lot of her day to day being a witch exiled on an island, which is pretty cool. And the writing is just absolutely spectacular, like some of the most beautiful writing I've ever read. So like of course if I had to recommend one, I would recommend that over Song of Achilles. Personally, I liked it better. I'm sure, Ray, you're tired of hearing about Song of Achilles from TikTok.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I don't blame you, and I liked Cersei better if I had to recommend one of them. I haven't actually read a lot of like mythology retellings. I have a lot on my TBR. Like I know there was like Natalie Haynes that had some, and there was Ariadne that came out last year and a few, but like haven't gotten around to them. But I would love to see you read Cersei.
No. No thanks.
Fair enough. Robin, you've read Madeline Miller, I thought.
I haven't.
No.
I always meant to pick up Cersei, and then I didn't.
Robin, I feel like that's how a lot of things go. You're like, yeah, I thought about that one, and then it just never happened.
Yeah, that's actually how it goes.
Okay, but if you enjoyed The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, you might enjoy Cersei.
That's why I think about picking it up. And then I don't.
Dasha, you're just gonna have to send it to her. That's the only way it's gonna happen.
I might.
No, like
passive aggressive.
I literally go to the bookstore and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll, and then I just walk past it.
Oh no, because because Ray has the 12 books from 12 friends, and I like slipped Black Sun in there. Maybe I'll like keep spreading my agenda and send Robin Cersei.
Oh,
I figured one of you, if you didn't recommend Black Sun, I thought it'd either come from Robin, B, or Jess. But you got to it first, so I figured that was going to be on there regardless.
Well, Dasha, keep that in mind. I have a couple of video ideas that I'll be reaching out to you guys for. So
that's exciting.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, we've been on for almost 3 hours. And I feel like there's not going to be any more reading done.
No.
So I think we're good to go ahead and wrap this up. This was fun, though.
It was.
I feel like after the readathon, we got to just do some random reading sprints here and there.
Oh, for sure.
I was totally thinking that. I was like, this was really fun.
I agree.
But it feels productive because we're also reading.
Yeah.
And then spending an equal amount of time chit-chatting. It's great.
It's fine. We did a good amount of sprints. 45, 30, 20.
Yep. I'm hoping that everyone that joined us also got through their books. I'm wishing you guys luck with the rest of your TBR if you're not done for your Game of Tomes TBR.
The last sprint is, Thursday on Twitter?
Yep.
Is it Thursday or is it Wednesday?
Whatever the last day of the month is.
Yeah. So it's Thursday.
So it is.
Thursday at 7 p.m.
I forgot there was 31 days in March.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
That was lovely. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, everyone.
All right.
Thank you.